So one of our good friends hit me up yesterday and said, look, Lexis, I've been listening to your show and the conversation from Friday and yesterday. I'm grateful that you actually got a lawyer to come, talk about it. Now, the main thing that I've picked up from this conversation, and I can sum it up to say, Lexis, men work for their wives and children, but women work for their children only. And I thought it was quite an interesting statement that this person made. Men work for their wives and children, and women work for their children only. I mean, I shared it with a few people, and some people think, look, this is really apt. This is all that it's about. Men work for their wives and their children, and the women work for their children only. Or for them and their children, basically. Do you agree with this statement? Do you believe this is true? And you see, I want you to take it from the perspective of your parents or your life experiences, because I just thought that maybe you'd have a better example with the kind of life your parents lived. Do you think your dad worked for your mom and the children, and your mom just worked for her and the children? Or are you working for your wife and children? And is your wife working for you and the children too? Or your wife is working for her and the children? I really want to hear your perspective on this. Do you agree? I mean, we've had an interesting discourse that started on Friday. Yesterday, we did seek some clarity from the legal perspective as well, with inheritance and whatnot. We had lawyer Victoria Wuni come through. People share their experiences and their stories. But what do you think about this statement? Men work for their wives and children. Women work for their children only. How true is this statement? And really, is there anything wrong with it if we say, women should, think about the well-being of them and their children only? I mean, men are supposed to be men, aren't they? Give me a call, 0302-216-541. Or you can WhatsApp me on 055-1111-997. Is this your observation? Do you agree with this statement? If you don't agree, why? Any experiences you want to share? Let's get talking. Drive chat here on Joy 99.7 FM. 0302-216-541. Or WhatsApp me on 055-1111-997, and I'll read. My first message is from Ike in London. He just says, Lex is very, very, very true. Hey! Okay, let's see who's here. Hello?
Yeah, this is Selom from Jamestown.
Hi, Selom. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, Selom. Let's hear you.
And then with me, I was raised from a broken home. At the age of 5 years, my father has divorced my mother already. I have to stay with my grandmother and those things. But when I got married, that was when I actually felt what is actually happening. Men will slave. I guess you will slave. Go around. People will even insult you, say things about you, just for you to get something and bring to the house. And when you bring things to the house too, women don't even appreciate it. Are you getting it?
I'm listening.
So, of my experiences, looking at all these things, you see magnetism. Like poles repel, and like poles attract. In marriage, it's the opposite. When you marry and you think you are the male and the female, you think you people should be able to work together. The women rather work against you. And even when you are not around, the things that they say to the children about you and the rest of the things, the children, they don't grow up to appreciate the value you place on keeping your family.
I see.
I believe you can understand me.
I'm listening.
Right. So that's how it is. Women are always working to protect their children. And you, the man, you don't value. At a point, my wife told my children that he had got a place to build a house and a whole lot of things. You will not tell me, and at a point you take them and run away from me. You see it?
I see.
So that's how it is.
And what did you do about that?
How do I do about it?
What did you do about it?
Oh, I just programmed myself and then ended up on divorce. That's all.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how it is. Because I saw that he was just working against me, and the thing ended at a point.
Okay. Salam, thank you so much for sharing. Let's hear you. 0302216541. Hello?
Yeah, hello, Lexis. How are you doing?
I'm well, bro. How are you?
Not bad. I'm managing small.
Nice. What's your name, man?
My name is Francis.
Okay, Francis, talk to me.
Right. Lexis, some media, me to be home.
Hey.
And all that I can say is that it is true. Most women work for the interest of their children. Or them are not anything there. You're a second-hand person. All right. So sometimes you, the man, you have to, stay focused, and you should know what you are working out for. All right. But if you want to, dwell on what the woman's aspiration are and all those things and stuff, maybe you may get frustrated and end up in divorce. But, sometimes you have to think about the children, you have to think about the larger family and things. So you stay focused, and make sure that you work for a purposeful goal.
Okay.
And, you make it. Sometimes a woman will come around to appreciate your effort and all those things. And that is it.
So, Francis.
Yes, sir.
You sound like you have accepted that reality and you don't want to do anything about it.
Oh, not exactly. Not exactly. You see, we consistently try to let the your spouse or your partner understand the situation, that they don't have to focus on their children only. Sometimes they should also know that you sacrifice for all of them, including even their extended family. You understand? But whereby, for them, woman things that on their age more, they kind of honor and mad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Francis, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on this. Yeah. Let's see who's here. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hi. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm well, thank you. Kindly turn on the volume.
Wanda from Lashibi.
Wanda, please turn on the volume on your set for me, okay?
All right. I think that it differs from various families. The experience I had with my mom and my dad, they both work together for the family and for themselves. There is nothing like this is for my father, this is for my mom. Yes, they work together. Unfortunately for me, my wife now, Ghana is hard. The housekeeping money I will give will not be enough. So she will always support the home with whatever she gets. I was embarrassed one day when we went to register Momo. When I was registering my Momo, my next of kin was my son. But when they asked who is the next of kin, she said my husband.
Wow.
And then she asked me, when you were registering yours, who was your next of kin? I couldn't answer.
I see.
I couldn't answer. Yes. So it differs. Some women are so good; they support both the husband and the children.
Okay.
They don't only suffer for themselves and their children.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm grateful, Wanda. All right. 0302216541. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name, my dear?
My name is Naira.
Naira.
I'm calling from Asharabuchi.
Okay, Naira. Let's hear you.
I'm just getting disturbed about what is happening and surprised about the fact that men work for their wives and their children But when they come to the women, they are working for their children alone. I don't think that is the right of it, because why would I work for only my child or my children? What happens to my husband? He's also part of the family. So when I'm working for the entire household.
Right.
Yeah, so if that is it, I'm not sure it goes with all the women, but maybe part of them.
Some of the women.
Some of the women.
Right.
It shouldn't be all of them.
But in your case, you don't see it that way. You think that it's for the whole family. You're working for the whole family, supporting the whole family.
Yeah, it should be for the whole family. It should be for the whole family, because the man is also coming from somewhere. I'm also coming from somewhere. And we are making a whole family. So why do I have to keep to mine and then he keep to all of us?
Yeah. Naya, you know, I totally understand you. And really, that's what's supposed to be. That's the ideal scenario. But people are suggesting that this is not the reality. The reality is that a lot of women are just thinking about them and their children.
Then we are not being fair to the men.
Okay.
Yeah, that is my mind. We are not being fair to our husbands.
Okay.
So it's of time we have to change our mindset and do it the right way, because they also need our support as we need them as well.
Good. Naya, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, and let's see who's here.
Hello. Yeah, this is Philip.
Hi. What's your name?
This is Philip from Lashibi.
Okay, Philip. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Listen, I think all this it borders on the character of the man and the woman. When the woman understands the man understands the woman. I think there are some men who are working, the woman doesn't know the salary they earn. And the same way the woman is working, the man doesn't know the salary they earn. But then I'll be happy if my wife has taken even interest in saving for my kids. Because anything can happen tomorrow. So if she's ready to take care of the kids, maybe tomorrow something may happen. Why not? But then when the man too is hiding something from the woman will also be saying, okay, fine. This is the man who is mature to take care of himself. In case of something happen, he can take care of himself. So she's also looking at the security of herself and the kids. But if there's joy and love in the house, I don't think the woman will be thinking of herself and the kids. It will be we, not me, or I and my kids. I think that's the point. It's the character. When the man's character is good, the woman will flow.
Okay.
I think that's it, yeah.
Thank you so much for your thoughts on this. Derek in Texas says, Lexis, he said, men believe and embrace this statement and live long. Okay. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What's your name?
Hello. Good afternoon. Abu Mohammed is my name. I'm calling from Japan.
Let's hear you, Mohammed.
Yes. You see, it's supposed to be the way the earlier lady said. We are supposed to be one people together to create another human being. So we have to become one. But this discussion, it is because what is happening in our dispensation nowadays, that is what is bringing this issue up. That is why men and women are playing hide and seek. But my excitement about this whole issue is that we are being given the opportunity to also to prove that there are good men out there. If some of us should tell what we do to our women, the extent we go, but yet still they will go ahead and betray us, you will be surprised. You understand? So we are discussing the whole issue in the context of our dispensation. We don't go into marriage by trusting each other. There's no trust. So in this context, women always fight for their children. They ignore their husband. But in every situation, there is exceptions.
Yeah.
So in an exceptional situation, fine. But generally, that is the point. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Lexis, in general, men work to acquire properties. Women work to take care of the home and the kids. In a household where there's mutual understanding, things are acquired together and there's no I, but we. All right. Let's see who's here. Hello.
Yeah, Lexis.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm cool. Yourself?
I'm well, thank you. What's your name?
Not bad. Charlie, you know what? I want to know, so what do men want? That the lady should have worked for them. Like this, it doesn't work that way. But the thing is this, you see,
if the lady is able to work for the kids, that is okay, because you are the man. Under every circumstance, you are the provider. You are the breadwinner. It is not for nothing that the men are called breadwinners. Okay. The problem we have here is that I see many of us men are mammoth by our mothers, such that we go and get another person's daughter and we want to make her our second mama. So we feel she should go and buy us all the things that mama used to buy for us. You are a man. Stand up to your duty. So I don't see any ambiguity in this thing. Man is a man. You are supposed to provide. The thing is that the woman is already doing a lot for you, because she takes care of the kids, she cleans, she does everything in the house. And I don't think that that should come to the conversation that the women should work for men. So you wake up and be sleeping.
Okay.
Or what? Of course, if she work and come home, if you need money and she have some, I don't think she can entirely say go and die. No, she wouldn't do that. You get it?
I totally get you, bro. Thank you.
Sure.
Ofebia says, Lexis, that statement is not always true. My dad worked for himself, the upkeep of his family, and his children's education in his lifetime. His mantra in life was, educate your children and never leave anything for them. And true to his word, in the last 5 to 10 years of his life, it was money spraying and gifting. He sold all his property and dashed the monies to anybody he pleased and felt like giving, or needed, until one day my mom went to the bank with a check from my dad and it bounced. There it was, money finished, and in a few years, he was gone, dead. Whereas my mom worked tirelessly to support him, sacrificing her career, and ended with nothing from him except to take care of him in his final years. Wow. Well, Fabia, that's interesting. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you, Lexis. How about yourself?
I'm well too, thank you. What's your name, my dear?
My name is Delali. I'm calling from McCarthy Hill.
Okay, Delali, let's hear you.
Okay, so Lexis, let's trace this back to the Bible, okay? When God was distributing the punishment to Adam and Eve, He gave the men their punishment and gave women their own. Women experiences while giving birth. Some men, you're supposed to labor for your family. It is their responsibility. So they should even thank God or thank heaven that the women are doing something to support the home or support the kids, because it is their full responsibility. So if a woman is doing something for the kids, I'm sure it's your kid as well. So you should even be grateful to the woman. It is not their responsibility. I mean, it's okay. I mean, looking at the cost of living and the standards of living, women are supported, and it's okay. But it is not their responsibility.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Delali. Anthony says, Lexis, honestly, my wife should answer this for herself. However, I know that I am working for my family. That's my wife, our kids, and both of our parents. My dear women, judge each man singularly. Don't sum us all in the same basket to judge us. Similarly, men don't bracket all women in the same basket. Treat one another case by case. I hope my wife, too, is working for us. That's myself, our kids, and both of our parents. Okay, Anthony, thank you. Hello.
Hello, Lexis.
Yes, sir. How are you, bro?
Fine, with you watching from Tema.
Okay, let's hear you,
the
bro.
Question, I haven't heard it clearly. You say how men are making for the children, or
no, men work for their wives and children, and women work for their children only.
And truly, men work for their family, but women, some of them, mostly, they work for their children. But it's supposed to be that both of us must work for ourselves, because the woman is my helper. So if I married you, or if I in the house, if you check it, if it's 100%, the lady can help me with the 30%. I can go with 70%. You understand? Because if you say, if the man is not helping, the lady is helping with children, and the man is taking care of everything, So which part of the woman is taking? You understand? If it's 100%, and if the man is taking the 100%, how many percent the woman take in the house? You understand? The woman can take the 40% of it or 30%. You see, that will help. So now your time is growing. Let's just erase some years. All these children of you, if you are alive, all of them will go. So unless you and your wife, only two of you stay in the house. So if there is no bond in between both of you, and only the lady gives his love for his children, and you children go, are you coming to show the love to the man now? You see? So it should be one.
Okay. Thank you so much, Oti Boating. And my brother Kobnata Bedu shares his thoughts on this. He says, Lexis, this statement is very true. And you know why? It's because, one, women are loyal to themselves and their feelings only. They use men as a means to an end, and those children may not be yours. And women marry for a reason. Once the reason is fulfilled, they lose interest and move on. Interesting. Okay, check this one out. Well, Lexis, it's a man's sole responsibility, but considering our current dispensation, the women also do. My wife is one, and that's from Lawrence Daniels. This is a very, very thorny subject. But I think it differs in every setting. You know, there are settings where women are genuinely concerned about the well-being of the family, and they also help and contribute and make sure that things go well. And we need to commend the women who actually see the need to support the family. Yeah, indeed, men go through a lot, but of course, women too are going through a lot as well. So if you have a woman who's supporting, hey, why not? You're lucky. Who's helping as well. I'll pick a couple more calls and then we can wrap up the conversation. 0302216541. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yeah, Lexis. Good afternoon. This is Michael.
Okay, Michael. Talk to me.
Yeah, I think for me, it really does come down to all the back and forth, the turmoil that you find in marriage. I think the difference is that men tend to be able to forgive. So even despite all the differences, he can still see him working for the wife and the kids. But I think women tend to hold on to things. So eventually gets to a point she thinks, look, this man, he's offended me X number of times. I don't want him anymore. Now it's just me and the kids. I think that's also part of the thinking. Because you won't find many men thinking that way, that, look, I'm just going to focus on my kids. It's always the woman and the kids, usually. But you find the point where women go like, look, you've done X and Y to me. I can't forgive. I can't move past this. And it's just me and the kids, and you're out of the picture. I think that's also a factor.
So how they resolve conflicts and how they react to conflicts also plays a role.
Yeah. I mean, it really is about, first of all, I should also say that men, we should try to avoid certain offenses. I mean, you're a man, you know the things I'm talking about. Yeah, but other than that, you know, it really is about communication, understanding each other, and having limits. You know, this is the person you choose to marry. We need to respect that. We need to respect that.
Thank you so much, bro. Yeah. I'm grateful to all those who sent in messages and called in and contributed to this conversation. It's been quite a very lengthy discussion, but I've enjoyed every bit of your thoughts on this.